Okay, political reports, February 5th, 2018, call meeting to order. Roll call.
Roll call's been taken.
Correction of minutes.
None that I'm aware of.
Opening of bids or quotations.
None.
Correspondence.
None.
Permit.
None.
Bills.
All right, I handed out invoices for tonight.
Yep.
Okay, we have Whitney Tree Service. Yeah. Whitney Tree Services for tree trimming and removals, $7,964. Dams disposal for processing and transportation fees, $2,026.43. And then a couple from Fairgram, one for, both for the 8th Street improvements, one's for engineering and inspection, $8,279.91. And the other one is for contaminated soils, $546.25. For a total of $18,816.59.
What's the story on the trees?
Okay, that was for, that was our first invoice of the season. 13 removals, 6 of them were ash trees, and all 6 of those were on that 27th Street Boulevard out there, I guess behind the old Ron Smith, I would call it. And then there was 4 hours of trimming.
And that's just recycle. Stuff. Okay. Graham, they get close to the end?
Yeah, as far as the project, and then they'll work on record drawings, so we'll be finishing those up, so we'll have a few more as far as the inspection and construction observation goes for that, until that's finished. But then it's the final invoice for contaminated soils, so that was done.
That was the same location, just the final?
Yeah.
Okay.
You doing okay on the budget for 8th Street yet?
Yeah, we're doing good.
I'll move to approve these.
Second. Give a motion and a second to approve the bills as presented. Any further discussion? All those, youth in favor? Okay. Board in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Business by Director of Public Works, recommend council approve the amended sewer and water agreement.
This is, I think everybody got the agreement on the little map. This is the area north of Elpindale Cheese Factory, north of the highway, the last farm before on your way out to the Pleasant View complex, the last farm kind of down in the valley there. Konings they had their meat and deli area at Brennan's. So they're looking to have a new store basically, and they're looking at having it out at their farm. So they went through county zoning to get approval to do this business out there as commercial kitchen. But the only thing is, right currently, the old sewer line that feeds Pleasant View used to go through their farm. And back then, it was in 2007 when we rerouted the sewer and water along the right of way, on Highway 81. And in that agreement, they narrowed down, there was a bunch of different agreements in there. They were thinking they had a lot of sewer connections all unlimited. And that agreement in 07, they narrowed it down to one residential sewer connection, and basically a second residential sewer connection that went to the old milk house, they called it. So right now we want to basically allow them to hook on this commercial kitchen with one of those connections. So they would be abandoning the quote milk house connection, abandoning that at the road right away, and then connecting on to this new building with that commercial connection. Currently, we bill Pleasant View Complex, the county, for the sewer. And we would, with this agreement, still do that. And then it's up to the county to get reimbursed from Konings for any additional sewage that they would have involved with 2 residential units would be normally be charged.
This isn't part of the Dolan property.
No, it's just for the use of the Dolan property. They'll have to hook on water meters, basically so we can monitor and make sure they're not just having residential usage. As far as the volume of the sewer and water on there. They can hook on to city water with this agreement, but again, they would have to be metered and get billed accordingly. Currently, right now, I think they're looking to hook on with their private well and use their own water at this time. So we'd just be updating that with the sewer commission.
So how are you gonna monitor the sewage?
It's based on their water usage.
Like,
Based on their water usage, so they would have a water meter hooked up.
oh,
inside the
okay, they would
building.
have a water meter on their well then?
Yeah,
Okay, okay. Okay, now,
When did
who pays for the meter then, they do or?
they do.
They do.
So when the Dolan property hopefully gets going, will they then go off the Dolan property lines instead of going to Pleasant View?
Well, right now, that sewer line is of the city sewer line, so we own, when we relayed that sewer line into the road right away, when it went through Coning's property, it was private sewer line that the county owned. And when we reconstructed it, just to the south side of 81, before it crosses by Pleasant View, we now maintain that section in the city ownership. So, I mean, they're serviced by city sewer and water, so it's just a matter of continuing their connection and their payment on that.
Is there anything else we should be aware of on this development or?
Yeah, not really going over there on there yet.
Pretty straightforward, there's no.
Yeah. Well, we kind of narrowed it down so it's commercial kitchen yet too, so it's nothing really industrial or commercial or slaughterhouse or anything like that. You know, we can proceed.
Are you gonna be doing slaughtering out there too, or
No.
just packing?
Yeah, just commercial kitchen, kind of like what they did at Brennan's, is all they're anticipating. And they were talking about using it for like an indoor auction house yet too, in some of the warehousing area, so they have some auctions in there. I think it's kind of up in the air exactly what they're gonna do in there, because they were even talking about kind of running their catering business out of there, possibly opening up some of the area for receptions, gatherings, weddings, stuff like that.
Oh, okay. I think that counts for the big parking lot.
Yeah.
About all we have to deal with is just the water and sewer,
Water
correct?
and sewer, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, 'cause everything's still.
Everything else is county.
Yeah, eventually, hopefully it'll get annexed into the city sometime.
Yeah, possibly down the road if they would ever sell it or anything.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it seems like they want to do a lot in this new building. They consider just buying the old Brennan's building.
Yeah, I don't know if they did or not. I think they had talked to him about it, but.
Because the price is probably pretty high.
They're putting in the pond?
It's kind of an existing pond right there.
Oh, that's the existing one? Okay.
I'll move to approve the amended sewer and water agreement with this property.
Second.
You have a motion and a second to approve the amended sewer and water agreement. Okay. Any further discussion? Youth is how we vote. In favor? Okay, board?
Aye.
Aye, no opposed, motion carries. Youth unanimous. Okay, approved change order number 5 for the 8th Street reconstruction project.
This is the last change order for the 8th Street project. Kind of just cleaning up some of the areas that they were still working on negotiating. The main 6 items are just dealing with pavement removal items on the side streets coming in and out of the intersection. There are, extra links that we went in and out of the intersection with arrows and wording. So it's basically paying for the grinding off of those markings. And then the last item was for some modifications for some storm sewer inlets we did in the Napa parking lot. There's 2 inlets there that they had some issues with how they were precast from the distributor. So they wanted more for those items, but we basically just told them that all we would pay for is the additional materials at a cost. Kind of make some adjustments in there to make them work. So pretty much that change order comes in at $4,651.57 for change order 5, but it still gets us to basically a net decrease total of about $9,360.73 for the project.
Wish all projects would go smooth as this one, and having the most change orders is a negative number.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even with 5 of them, we're still down below our original contracts.
That's also just change orders, that doesn't include pay items that
Right.
we eliminated or went under. So we're actually about $120,000 under, and we should be processing the last pay estimate here in the next couple of weeks, I would say, and the contractor has agreed to all quantities. So overall, I think we're still gonna be about $120,000 under budget. A lot of that has to do with some of the changes that were made out in the field and some of the decisions that Al had, so, came out good.
Okay, further discussion? Entertain a motion to accept the change orders. Number 5.
Make that motion.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Youth, how we voting? Okay. Ward? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Approve hiring design engineer for traffic signal improvements.
Went out for quotes for the, basically a redesign and reconstruction of the last, basically our oldest set of intersection right now with signals, down 21st Street, Highway 69. Looking to upgrade all the poles in that intersection, the control box, the electrical conduit, the vehicle recognition. This project I also wanted to update the vehicle recognition at 6th Street intersections one by Pizza Hut. Those have all the underground loops as well, which we haven't having too many problems with there, but just to get a little bit better timing and get them all correlated together a lot better. So we'd like to hire Fairgram for about $17,000 to design the intersections that are ready for bids. They were the last ones that did the intersection at 8th Street and 69. The project went well. So, get it going.
Is that required to go out for bid on that, or?
Yeah, once the design is done, then we'll go out for bid.
But just for the design, it doesn't have to?
No, for design, we don't have to use, all we really have to do is get quotes.
It's by Leisure Land, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Just a comment on, what street it is now, coming out of Hickory, that light is so long.
A lot
If
of,
you're coming on to 8th Street, you gotta sit there forever before you get a green light. And I've seen people, there's no traffic coming, so they just pull out.
yeah. I mean, it could be
That's
some-
not good.
Yeah, it could be some adjustments as far as how the vehicle recognition is going and how long they're waiting.
Yeah.
I mean, part of the problem too is a lot of the intersections are talking to each other. So if they're not, sitting in the right spot or timing waiting for the next intersection, they don't want to switch that one right away while they're still waiting for traffic to get through on some of the other ones. But some of the communication issues with there, plus also some adjustments possibly with those microwave detectors.
Well, I would just wanna know it, but I'd bring it up for now. Okay, what's the board's feeling? Hire Fairgrant to come up with specifications, go out for bids.
What budget does this come out of?
Actually, it's part of that bond, so it's one of the items that we had in that borrowing for the 21st Street signals.
Okay.
Okay, so the plan.
Yeah. So basically it's coming out of our street construction capital.
I move to approve the going out for design on the 21st Street.
Second.
We got a motion and a second, approve the hiring of Fairgrant for the specifications. Any further discussion? Youth, how would you vote? Board?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Utility supervisor, request to apply for 3% simplified rate increase for the water utility.
So back in 2014, we had a full-blown rate study done, and we were in the double digits for a rate increase. At that time, it was the council's wishes that we monitor our rate of return, and we have done that since that full-blown rate increase, and we've filled out the simplified rate increase application. Every year up until this point, we haven't qualified. We now have qualified for a 3% increase, which basically keeps our rate of return at the current authorized rate by the Public Service Commission. So in this, you should have received a memo in your packets. It shows, there's a table there that shows exactly what the increases would be. Well, I shouldn't say exactly, but it's based on cubic feet used, and it's correlated because of the increase. So basically the average residential increase based on 1,600 cubic feet would be about $5 a year. Multifamily, it'd be about $26 a year, and so on and so forth. So it's not a very large increase, but it does keep our rate of return current, which is what the board wanted to see.
This will keep us solvent for a little while yet.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it, with a lot of the towns in the area are going for
Yeah,
higher increases.
That shocked me, was it Browntown?
Yeah. I think the Blair's make a big increase too.
Yeah, they did too.
Appreciate you guys working on this in order to have more increases but
Mhm.
lower rates.
Right.
I'll move to approve this.
Now, I was talking to Phil, and he, because the Board of Public Works is the authorizing body of the utilities, he felt that it didn't have to go to council. I just wanted to throw it out there that if you did want it to go to council, it still could for approval for everybody, but I just wanted to make that known that Phil was thinking, because the Board of Public Works is the governing body of the utilities, that this board could authorize us to file the application.
I guess I just feel more comfortable, at least bring it to the council as a notation, and, when it has that agenda, maybe at the end of it, you could announce filing for or getting the approval
Tomorrow night, you mean?
tomorrow night, yeah.
I can do that, sure.
Yeah.
So, motion to go ahead and